All right. So can you tell me that officially what's going on? Because I showed up at 5 p.m. to meet with the Human Rights Commission, and you're telling me that's not possible. So.
Yeah, because we don't have enough people.
No, you can meet with us, right?
We are members of the Human Rights Commission.
I mean, is this official? Is it going on the record? What I have to say?
No, it will not.
All right.
That's what
Well
I have to
then.
make sure that you knew up front.
All right. Well then, how do I remedy this? Because you guys only meet every 3 weeks, and my issue is a year old plus. And the last time I tried to come and meet with you guys, I was. Yeah, I have a lot to say, and nobody's really been listening, and I'm about to sue this community because I don't live here and it's not going to affect me. So I'm trying to handle this on a local, communal level with the people that are involved.
Yeah, we can take notes, and we can let them know, can't we, to the next meeting?
But I think that's something that needs to be investigated that would have to be reported to the Minneapolis, right?
Right. What I'm trying to find, I know exactly what all your guys' policies and procedures are. My issue is that these policies and procedures have not been followed, and that's what my issue is with. Specifically, this woman who's not here, Rebecca McQuaig, had me arrested the last time I tried to file a complaint with the Human Rights Commission. I tried to file a public accommodation complaint against the Laporte City Police Department because they refused to take a Freedom of Information Act request from me. And then Rebecca McQuaig, I served this office with a Freedom of Information Act request on February 5th. On February 9th, she had me arrested for trespassing because...
Well, let's pause a second.
I mean, yeah,
because we're getting into quite a bit of your story, and just because I want to make sure that we
yeah,
do you
I'm just,
fairly.
I just have
And
some...
I don't even know your name yet.
To be perfectly honest, you should all know exactly who I am, and you'll see why later.
How do we, just based on informal dialogue, how do we want this to become official business? If so, this needs to go in next month's meeting. Do we want to be able to, do we want to hear? We can't do anything with it. We still have to come in front of the commission on official business before anything can be moved on. How would you guys like to see us move forward?
I mean, you're right, you would have to speak twice.
Yeah, so I guess
I have a question.
I'm willing to allow him to talk with the understanding though, like I said, we can't do anything tonight, we don't have a quorum, this isn't under an official
That would
business.
also help us maybe figure
But
out
that would be
proper
with,
procedures to go.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be with the understanding though that if you want it to be officially recognized by the Human Rights Commission, it would have to be next month.
Yes.
Okay, so does that make
But
sense?
I'm willing to lend you my ears tonight.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't make
And
sense.
we can
I'm not
hear
gonna.
you, and probably, since we're not even on official business at this point, we could probably do, maybe we could give you about 5 minutes or so.
But at least
To
it'd
be
be
able to
on.
map out the crux of what's happening.
I guess.
And
And
then
it
you'll
would
be
be
able
at
to
least
come
on our
back.
radar, we would know.
Can I ask a question? So you need another person to make this official, Rebecca McQuaig, and she's in the building, but she's not coming down here.
Rebecca's not in the building, and we don't need Rebecca as much as we need quorum of this commission.
We have other commissioner members
We
that
have several
aren't here.
commissioner members who are unable to attend this evening, which keeps us from having an official meeting.
Right. What I'm trying to figure out is, this is not my forte. I'm just a normal person, citizen. You guys meet once a month
Yes.
Yes, sir.
for what, an hour?
For as long as it takes to get through official
It could
business.
be 30 minutes, it could be.
So-
We've gone 2 hours, we've gone 20 minutes.
Not everybody can set aside one day a week, or one day a month to handle like that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I can't speak for my colleagues' schedules, and nor do I think.
I'm
you
not
guys
asking you to
can
speak for you. I'm asking, like, I'm a citizen of this community, and there's all kinds of ordinances and policies that, like, determine how this is supposed to be ran. So what I would like to know is this within policy? Is it normal for, like, you guys to only have a meeting once a month, and then half the people don't show up, and that's just okay? Your citizen has to come back next month.
If that's what happens, that's what happens. There's nothing we can do.
Right now, we're in the process of changing.
There's nothing you can.
Right
Right now,
now, we're in the process of changing
that was one of the things on our agenda
some
tonight.
things so that we can have a quorum for just so many people coming in, so.
Yeah,
right now it's, we're trying to get this commission going in the right direction.
It's been a year.
And
It's actually the first.
you're basically,
Yeah, I'm the
basically our
reason that you
first,
guys are
You're
here.
basically our first
So-
customer.
I mean, my issue comes from August 13th. I started doing all this August and September. Bam, Human Rights Commission is reactivated. Really what I'm trying to figure out is, do I have civil rights in Laporte, Indiana? That's what I'm trying to figure out, is because I keep trying to tell everyone that some of my civil rights were violated, and there's these just random things that keep happening, like people don't show up, people didn't file the right paperwork, apparently.
What I'd like to know is, you were arrested for trespassing.
Was I?
You just said you were.
Yeah. But I wasn't arrested for
For
trespassing.
trespassing.
Trespassing was dropped, so I don't know what I was arrested for at this
Okay.
point. I was arrested, if you personally ask me, because I filed a Freedom of Information Act request, because I got arrested 4 days later for trespassing on city property. I'm here today with the same piece of paper in effect, and I'm not being arrested, and it's because I don't know why she banned me from city property for filing a Freedom of Information Act request, but that's something that this commission would handle because it's a violation of my public accommodation rights, which means according to the city ordinances, this commission automatically refers them to the Indiana Civil Rights Commission. That's not what happened. Rebecca McQuaig called Julie Smith, the assistant chief of police, and then apparently there's no police dispatch log record of this, so I don't know how the officers were informed to come down here, but then they came down here and they followed me around and harassed me. And to be perfectly honest, I've had multiple public servants commit felonies in my presence, and if other public servants don't start holding these public servants accountable, I will start citizen arresting these people. Like, I have civil rights, and I'm aware of what my civil rights are, and I really don't care what mistakes have been made.
Sir, do you have a lawyer?
No, I do not need a lawyer to have civil rights, and I'm
I'm not disputing that.
I don't want to talk to you about a lawyer because I
Okay.
think I'm somewhat insulted
So
that it's
you're
been
here
going on for a
today,
year.
you're here today to do what?
I'm here today to find out if any of you know who I am, and if not, why. If I had,
I don't know who you are, and I'll ask, who are you?
My name's Chris Throgmorton, and I had a civil rights violation that I tried to file a
How do
complaint
you spell the
on.
last name?
Throgmorton. Who are you?
I'm Lynn Kane,
Can you spell that?
C-A-I-N-S.
And what is your official capacity at this meeting?
I'm part of the quorum.
Okay. What I'm trying to figure out is, basically what it looks like is Rebecca McQuaig covered everything up. So if nobody here, like I've filed all kinds of paperwork, stuff that some of you should have seen. And if you haven't, I have no idea how you
Civil
haven't
rights.
seen it.
Civil rights paperwork.
Yeah, I filed an actual
Sorry.
complaint with Rebecca McQuaig, and she made me file a confidentiality waiver and then had the police give it to me to get my statement. So my original complaint, I'm not allowed to legally tell anybody about because Rebecca McQuaig made me sign a confidentiality waiver. Then, the second time I tried to file a complaint, she had me arrested, which is not what the city ordinances are. She's supposed to take my complaint and all this fun stuff, and then it goes to Indianapolis. That's not what happened.
Well, but
Okay.
the interesting thing is, first off, Jen's the human rights person, not her. Becca's the city attorney.
I've been trying to speak to any one of you other than that woman for a year.
This is the first time I recall seeing you here at one of our
That-
meetings, though.
All right, outside this building, I was assaulted by 2 police officers. I was physically restrained, tackled. They took my camera from me. They almost broke my elbow, restraining me. Since then, the charges that they were there for have been dropped. I'm a little hesitant about coming to these buildings because, as far as I understand, it's not okay to do things like that. It's not okay to just physically assault people or have somebody else physically assault them because you don't want to deal with your mistakes. And that's what has happened. I filed a Freedom of Information Act request on February 5th. On February 9th, I have a criminal trespass. Like, I'm no longer allowed on the property 4 days later. And I'm told that it's based upon my prior activities. Well, legally, that's a lawful act. There's nothing illegal about filing Freedom of Information Act requests, so I don't understand how I became kicked off. How am I supposed to come here if that woman tells me I can't? That's what I'm saying. It seems a little orchestrated and thought out. Like, I can't come make my complaint against her client, the police department, if she does all these extra measures to prevent it. Measures which are in confliction with Laporte City Ordinance, state law, federal law, just about any law you can think of. Like, I have no idea what she's doing, but I'm not the one. Like, I'm not stupid. I document everything. I've been keeping track. I have tons of videos and documents, and I would gladly provide that to all of you.
Chris, you're absolutely welcome to attend our meetings. You cannot be not welcome to attend our public meetings.
I understand what you're saying. I understand the legalities of it. All right, here's the thing, though, is I don't care what you're legally allowed to do. If a police officer is threatening to shoot you unless you stop doing it, you may reconsider your position and how you want to go forward with that. So that's a little bit of a deterrent to me. Like, the police officers that I'm filing a complaint on have been given free rein to come and stalk me. That's what it is. When you follow somebody else around harassing them, it's called stalking.
But what I'm telling you is you're welcome to come and file your complaint with the commission.
I know I'm welcome.
During
That's why I'm
public
here.
meetings. But this isn't a public, this isn't, we're not.
This isn't a publicly scheduled
We
meeting.
can't.
This is a publicly scheduled meeting. We don't have
We
quorum
don't
to
have
hold
quorum
the
to
meeting.
have the meeting.
We have not
That's
opened the
the only
meeting. We
issue.
are not able to hold the
So
meeting.
why are you having the meeting? Doesn't it?
We're not having, there's not a meeting.
I
We
mean-
agreed to listen to you.
What I'm trying to
Told you
figure
ahead
out
of time
is-
that we don't have a quorum to officially record or do anything.
So are the taxpayers paying for this right now?
No, we
No,
don't
we're
get paid.
all
These are all
We're all volunteers.
Electricity, microphones, all this is paid for by the taxpayers. Like, whether you guys are getting paid right
Microphones are
now,
not,
it's all
so-
paid. It's like,
Just the lights.
Okay, you know, we could debate this all night, it's not getting us anywhere, some of us have to leave, and.
I mean, that's what I'm
we're just
saying
gonna-
though,
We're just gonna go on with
it's not a
our-
debate.
We're just trying to figure out what we're gonna be doing next month, we're gonna get a date. If you'd like to show up for that date, hopefully everybody will be here. We will take everything that you've said so far,
All right.
okay?
Can I say one last thing? I
One last
believe
thing, go
that
ahead.
this woman has committed official misconduct, which is a felony, and I can prove it. And if you would like the
Well,
paperwork,
that would be great.
But I don't think
I
that
think
we
that would
That
be,
would be-
that would be a
investigate that.
police detective matter, take it to the state police to decide.
Well, I mean, if somebody on your commission is committing felonies and you are made aware of it,
I'm
sure
sorry.
it's something that obligates you to
True or not,
inform.
I'm not gonna believe just somebody coming off the street and saying that. I don't
You don't
even
have
know
to.
what her job is.
I'll call your bluff. Would you like all the documentation, paperwork, video, all
It's
that
No,
stuff?
that's not the
Appropriate right
point.
now.
I can't do
Yeah.
I mean,
anything
when
about
is it
that.
appropriate?
I cannot do anything
Because
about it.
meetings
This is
are-
the only place I'm told that can get, like,
It's appropriate or regularly held meetings.
And that's great,
Telling you
that's
we
great, I
can't
mean,
have.
we wanna help.
Absolutely.
I don't.
Everybody here wants to help.
All right, listen to what I'm trying to tell you though. The time to next month we'll talk to you is over with. It's been going on for a
Okay,
year.
but that's your only option right now, okay?
That's the option.
I don't know what you want us to do because
I would
we
like
can't
to
do
tell
anything
you.
right now.
I mean, you're telling me you can't do nothing.
I
That's it.
can't
I'm
do, we
trying
can't do
to.
anything right now.
This is not the appropriate event.
So what do you plan on doing next month? If you won't let me tell you what I'm talking about right now, what do you plan on doing next month? What information are you
Well,
going
if
to utilize?
you end up
to,
showing up, then maybe we'll listen.
I mean,
to
I'll
you.
be here. I'll definitely be here.
Okay.
That good.
So
Do you know when that is?
Part of what we've tried to share.
Do you know when
yeah, the
that is?
third Thursday of next month.
Not really. It's
Well,
whenever
I'll
we
figure it out.
decide.
I'll
But I
figure it
mean,
out. That's what I'm saying. When you
If-
decide,
if
like, how do you
you-
reasonably expect the
I tell you
public
what,
to come in here if
you
it's
shut
just
up
on your
for
notion?
1 minute,
You're going to tell me to shut up
I'm
now.
gonna tell you to shut up so that we can have.
That's kind of rude.
I can give a rat's ass.
And now you're cursing
Is
at me.
is that recording me? Because
Yeah, it's
I'll
recording
speak
you.
louder.
I mean, go ahead. You don't
Okay?
give a rat's
I
ass.
don't give a rat's ass
Go ahead.
about
I don't think
your
that
problem right now.
You don't care about my
Is
civil
all
rights.
effective?
Good job.
I don't care about your problem right now,
Right.
okay?
You don't care about my problem because I'm a citizen of this community and my civil rights were violated. And that's the
Don't care
problem. You're
about it
supposed
right
to care.
now. All we
It's
care
cool.
about is what we're going to do next month. We're gonna give you a date, and if you show up, you show up.
So you're having a special meeting for me?
No,
Oh,
So is it not the third
Anybody
Thursday
else
of
that
every
wants
month?
to come, but we have to give you a date first.
Is it the third Thursday of every month? Because that's what's on the City of Laporte's website.
It all depends.
Hey, Chris.
It depends on what now? That's what I'm saying. Now that you have an issue with it personally, you just get to change the civil rights schedule, or what? Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
right.
change it?
That's right.
Can I interject two comments?
Please.
Sure.
At the beginning of the meeting, you heard us say that we don't have enough people here to meet.
Not my problem.
So we can't have an official.
Why are there not enough people here for you guys to
Because
service the
Because
public?
people didn't come to the meeting.
So
I
hire
don't
somebody
have
else.
control
Chris,
over
we're not
those.
hired, bud.
We're not
Find,
hired.
find somebody else that will be here. I mean, I'll volunteer. Can I get an application? I'll show up.
That's what exactly this document that we're trying to talk about is about. It is about getting more people on this so that we can have a forum. Unfortunately, we don't right now. And so I think everyone here, I can speak for myself particularly. I'm concerned about your civil rights. I certainly am, especially about what you've communicated tonight. I think our
But we're not
concern,
going to
though,
talk
is-
about it until next month. That's what I'm saying. So how concerned can you really be?
How can we have an honest conversation when you keep cutting us off?
Because-
We're trying to explain to you the
listen to what I'm
position
trying to
that
tell-
we're in
that's
about
what-
not being able to help you, but you continue to cut us off. So we can't. help.
Personally, I don't like this. I've tried to speak to an individual that has some, like, I have high functioning autism. It's called Asperger's syndrome. I've requested numerous times to speak to somebody that's not a police officer, that's not her, any one of you. I've asked to speak to all of you, every one of you individually. That's your preventative measure right there. Rebecca McQuaig has prevented me from speaking to any of you. The reason that nothing has been done about this is because you were all prevented from doing your volunteer work.
Okay? We
And that's
believe you.
definitely
Let's
a
put it that way.
concern.
I mean,
If that's the case,
I'm not asking you
Then
to
we
believe
believe
me.
you.
What I'm saying is, okay, just out of curiosity, let's say that civil rights are important. Let's say that they kind of mean something or matter, just a touch. Just a little bit, civil rights maybe matter. So maybe, you know, some things happened and there's an extenuating circumstance and maybe it's been a year since this has been resolved and there's all these other things. Like, how come I can't just meet with somebody and have it be official not a month from now? Like, if it's an issue and it's important, why would you assume time is on your side? Like, you're going to get to it later. Like, if this is happening to me, I presume it's happening to other people within the community. Like, I don't expect any sort of like apology or anything. However, if this is, I'm able to articulate myself and how these things make me feel. However, there are other people that are more disabled than me that cannot do that. So I assume nothing's happened for them at all because I've been adamant about it. I can articulate how I feel. I have some sort of working knowledge of how things were supposed to go. And it's been a year, and you're telling me to come back in a month.
Yes.
That's all we can do. I'm sorry, but
Like-
that is all.
Chris,
we
it
can do.
hasn't been a year for us, though. It's been 20 minutes.
I mean, it has been a year. I mean, if you just because you haven't seen the paperwork, that paperwork went to her. Her name's on it. She claims whatever.
Chris,
So I
we
mean,
can't hear your reports this meeting. We need you to come back next month. We can't hear your report this
how do I have a meeting by myself with an individual? How do I have some sort of accommodation to my disability to where I can meet? Oh yeah.
We've asked you.
Asking for what?
We cannot hear your claim at this meeting. We
So
don't
you
have
call the
quorum to have
police
an
on
official
me.
meeting.
You're going to
You're
call
not
people to
able.
exercise violence against me because I'm upset with the way you guys handled your professional.
They have no intention of being violent with you.
Why do they have a gun? Why do they got a stick on their
Why
side?
do all police
Why do they have an
guns?
elect?
That's their
Do
job.
you have something to electrocute with somebody? Do you have something to
No,
electrocute
yeah, I'm
somebody?
not licensed to do that. I don't know how to use one of those things. And I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
let
get in an argument about, because now you're trying to distract us
Hey,
again.
Chris, please
Like-
walk out of here peacefully.
I'm going to
Promise
walk
you
out
will-
peacefully. I think
Chris,
it's hilarious. Bye. Bye. This is Officer D. Reed. He definitely assaulted me. I would like to put him under citizen's arrest. But, yeah, go ahead and try. See, that's what I'm saying. Why is he so hostile, man? What is this dude so hostile for? Don't Chris nothing, man. You guys are public servants, man. You guys can start holding yourselves accountable. I will do it for you. But look, it's just Laporte, Indiana. It's cool. It's called, his name is Luke Britt. He's the public access counselor for the state of Indiana. And his name's Luke Britt. Look it up. Google it. Luke Britt. He's the public access counselor for the state of Indiana. So when you guys break laws, he's the one. So what's going on? Am I being removed, kicked out? What's going on? Because this is a public meeting. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what's officially going on. Am I being kicked out of a public meeting?
Sir, hang on a second.
I'm talking to her.
Oh, now it's
15th?
Yeah, because you seem the most reasonable and you have the most sense. You don't seem personally afflicted, so I'm asking you.
We are saying we cannot officially hear anything because we don't have people to have an official meeting.
Chris, I hope you hear us.
So am I being removed? Am I being told to leave the property?
Yes. We are asking you to leave and to come back next month.
So I can't sit and watch the rest of the business?
September 15th, 5 p.m. is the next meeting.
That's
it.
fine. Get away
All
from
right, go. Get out.
I'm just finishing
Go
my
on.
business.
You're done.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out if I'm
They're
being
done.
removed
Yes, you are.
legally.
Let's go.
You're asking me. All right. Count to 3, nothing, man. Count to 5, read ABCs, whatever, dude. Take your 88 IQ on somewhere. Hey, man, just so you know, that's the end of your career, bro.
Goodbye.
This is the last thing I do.
Goodbye.
And I know your wife works with autistic kids. That's a fucking divorce, too, probably, bro. Just so you know.
Goodbye.
I'm a genius, homie. You better look it up. Rational mastermind. You got the right one, Mr. Reed. You're going to be a felon like me, bro. You're going to be a felon like me. Bye. Goofy.